Oh, that's... No, you missed the door. You missed the door. It's fine. It's fine. He's fine. He just took a chunk out. All right, let us bring down another rogue trader. Oh, my keyboard's doing the thing again. Oh, there it is. I feel like my keyboard needs to warm up first. The Dane glasses down his nose and looks up at you. His eyes are tired but alight with anger. Your ladyship. I see no issue in letting Insidia know you are here. Get ready. Your enemies will be here soon. I will send my latest important associates to the entrance to take the brunt of the initial assault. That should thin our guests' numbers. And without thinking, Bladame reaches for his pistol to check how easily it slides out of its holster. Then he smiles. It's an easygoing, young, and bloodthirsty smile. I'd almost forgotten how much I love all this. Stay where you are and lay down your weapons. We are here for the criminal Vladimir Takar and his accomplices. Member of the heretic Vladimir Takar's gang, lay down your arms and face righteous justice. They'll hang us all. Don't trust them, lads. Down with the hangwoman. Let's make the holy soldiers bleed. Oh, I hoped you would respond like this and force his attack. For the justice of Chorda and the Emperor. Well, they went down rather easy. Oh, do you know what? I'm not even sad that I'm murdering her. I do want to know why I actually have to be here. Can I just be like, back up? Flame rages in Chorda's furious gaze as she surveys the bar. Her figure seems to extrude a ruthless radiance, cruel, like the scorching sun of the desert world. Rebels and heretics, I, rogue trader Insidia Chorda, master of footfall and defender of justice, am ordering you to lay down your arms. Harsh justice awaits those who surrender, and ignoble death awaits the rest. The Dane takes out his pistol and slowly says, in a lazy drawl, Insidia Chorda. I, Vladame de Vecchimo, am ordering you to get off my turf before I blow your brains out and throw your corpse for a loop. Aaron, perhaps you can talk her down? Insidia, my daughter, I am at a loss. You are pursuing a noble goal, yet seeds of horror sprout where you have trodden. Where you have executed one heretic, 3 more are created by the fear of you inspire. The Emperor's justice must fill the hearts with fervor and reverence. But you only sow grief and misery. The schemes of humanity's enemies take root easily in such soil. Then you have too fallen prey to their deceit and trickery, Reverend. Was it not you who preached that mercy breeds at convenience at corruption? Well, as you used to say, none are unsullied, and that includes you. Now is the time to lay down your arms and come to the negotiating table. I do not negotiate with heretics or the dead. I like the idea of negotiating. As soon as the heir formally succeeds Lady Chorda, I'll send a truce envoy to them at once. You leave me no choice then. I really wish I was like a fanatic, but I am clearly not. You leave me no choice, Insidia. Oh, you had a choice. To remain loyal to the Emperor or to join the ranks of heretics. You made it. Boys, kick this lunatic out of my bar.
I'll make an example out of you.
Oh, damn.
To his enemies.
Explosions. Ah, dear me, dear me. Oh, I hope he doesn't die. And with that though, let's put her here. There's none behind us. I'm pretty sure this is all of them just in front of us. Do you know who has been very quiet? Yeah. He's been very... Our Van Calox has been very quiet. Oh. So is our big boy, mind you.
Running binary override.
I shall endure everything with unshakable faith.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Psyker, bodyguard, enforcer. She has augments, but I wonder if I can, on the next go, like... Dude, what happens if you die?
Let's make it quick.
He's just gonna go around kicking people.
Here we go.
Yeah, where are you going? Ow! Rude.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith.
I can't help but laugh every time she manically laughs. I'm sorry. I think it's one of my favorite things in this game.
This is why I was chosen. Weather the storm. I will endure.
Rude.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Look out.
Okay. These guards know what they're at.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. Wolves red.
Excuse me, come for...
Become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
I don't know if any of this is a good idea. Do you know that?
I say
Hey.
bite of death.
Kick Chorder. Oh, that's rude.
You have been judged
Yeah.
and found
My
wanting.
Calamite hide is strong.
Ooh.
You have
Oh, that's the first time I've seen him
wanting.
take so much damage.
Let's get to it.
Yes, please tell me you're off.
Out my way.
Okay. So if I run up here and run straight at him. Charge! Bonk!
For the throne's glory. But of course, nothing stands against me.
Let's get to it. Hold on. You want some more?
How you like this?
How'd you like those apples?
On in, maggot.
I'm used to hearing those phrases against me. Okay, he's enduring. No, that's rude.
Is the reward.
Get him! Get him overlord!
Indeed. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Sorry, guard. I don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
Oh, let's just
A tactically sound
beat
approach.
on Jordan.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Target
Pain is
well.
temporary. Legacy is
It
forever.
will be done.
I would like to say I take no,
Don't let your guard down.
pleasure in killing Chorder, but I take all pleasure in killing her. I did not like them
It's as
the
good as
moment I
done.
met. Caligos, mind you, is a bit different. I kind of have forgiven him for the way he, you know.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Oh, she did.
Victory is imminent.
We killed the rogue traitor.
Accept your lot.
I don't know if that's gonna. It has to be in a line, doesn't it?
It will be done. One fewer target.
So we're definitely gonna get some sort of issue there. Vladame surveys the carnage and says dryly and morsely, "What a mess. Thank you for helping me deal with it, your ladyship. Your help has been invaluable, but the Casablanca mission will nonetheless try to approximate and match its value in the most generous of terms." He glances at Insidious' body and inquires with a grim composure, "Does your ladyship have any preference in regard to what should be done with the remains of the lady?" Lady Insidious' body is to be transported to the domain of House Chorda untouched. Overcoming the desire to spit on Insidious' corpse, clearly manifested on its face. Vladame turns from a thug into a cold bureaucrat again before your eyes. He says curtly to one of his associates, "Place her ladyship's body in a cryo vault and take it to a ship. Make sure no damage is done to it. No further damage, that is. We were enemies, of course, but that's no reason not to act in a civilized manner." I don't want Chorda's enforcers to face any reprisals. Let them leave. I'm no butcher. Her ladyship's enforcers may leave the station, except those personally complicit in the killing of my employees, friends and loved ones. I have a responsibility towards them. Congratulations, your ladyship. You have one less rival in the expanse. I have. Very much so. Now that we have dealt with the pressing issues, do you have any further instructions regarding the station's governments going forward? After all, Footfall is now under your exclusive personal protection. I can't do any of these. That sucks. I am neither dogmatic, iconoclast, or heretical. Let things gradually return to the way they were. I will not interfere in the station's affair, which sucks. The people breathe a sigh of relief and glorify your name loudly. After a period of tribulations and hardship, Footfallers are glad that there will be at least be something familiar and unchanged left in the world. I did want to loot her body. Good. I can still loot her body. Ooh. No, 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 no. Oh, that's a nice sword. Let's do this. That's a nice sword. That is a very nice sword. Like a really, 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 really nice sword. It's mine. Wow. Hold on. This was also a really, really nice sword. 13. We'll give it to. Dang. That was a nice sword. I'm sure the Inquisitor will be wanting to know what we have done. Wait, let's see if we can talk to him one time. See what if he has anything. The Liege, newly restored, looks tired, but pleased with what is going on around him. His fingers wrap away at the data sheet as he sends out instructions after instructions. His ladyship, is there anything on Footfall can do to thank you for his liberations? Let us trade. I need your organization's merchandise. And now we can, yeah, we should have been doing this ages ago. So. We still need more. Where inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxins effect on target. Target gets additional. Ooh. The Dari. I can't use it, but we do still have Yurliet, so. Oh wait, hold on a minute. That was heretical follow. Visions of death. These are okay, doggies. How is the station doing? I can see you have everything under control again. I'm only carrying out the duties imposed upon me by my position as liege. After the House Chorda forces retreated in a hurry, it turned out that, surprisingly enough, there were unaccounted for scumbags on the station who wasted no time in seizing the opportunity. I took the smartest and most useful among them under my wing and told them I didn't want any shenanigans. As for the rest, 100 or so names were added to a grievous toll Lady Chorda had left behind. Okay. Well, like I said, I dare say the Inquisition is going to want to have words. And if he doesn't, I am very surprised. Pretty sure I'm going to have, yeah. I'm going to have to go through my gear again. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's going to be on my butt for this. But we'll see. Maybe he won't be. I would like her throne. So I mean, there's still other rogue traders because Caligus will have obviously the heirs and Chorda will have the heirs. So clearly there's going to be other rogue traders, but I am now, I am now the most senior of rogue traders. The Expanse is truly screwed. Hello, baby. Oh my gosh, my chair is so squeaky. Thanks. Oh gosh, here it goes. The elderly man in front of you is moving with the noiseless of an experienced servant. He bows primly and says in a raspy voice, "The Lord Inquisitor bade me inform you that it will be his pleasure to see your ladyship at his palace. There are matters of utmost urgency that he wishes to discuss and hopes you will find a time to meet with him in the near future." Who are you? My name is Frostia, your ladyship. I am the honour of being the Lord Inquisitor's retainer. The man is unarmed and wearing no Inquisition insignia, but the military sharpness of his upright posture suggests he is a servant who doubles as bodyguard. I shall visit the Lord Inquisitor as soon as I can. I will pass on the good news to the Lord Inquisitor. The man bows respectfully again. Oh dear. We will go and see the Inquisitor. This is why we are here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, I wonder what he says now. Oh, we leveled up. Greetings, young Von Valentius. I am offering my prayers to the Emperor for the souls that were robbed for a chance to serve him for a little while longer. All that consoles me is knowing that their final moments were those of anguish and thus of sublimation. What brings you to me? Not a lot. Oh, wait, hold on. What do you think of the justice I served, Reverend? I grieve, young Von Valentius. We did what we had to, but I will mourn our loss. All the same, Insidia's soul may have been lost, but it was still purer than that of many vipers that call themselves holy fathers of the Eccles hierarchy. No, I'm sorry, I just can't. Her life could have served as an example of a true faith to many. The Emperor protects. Well, if she weren't for burning everyone, things would have been fine. But she decided she wanted to burn everyone. Oh, look.
I always have a backup plan.
I mean, I kind of wanted her throne, so that's kind of rude. Okay, let's go see.
Oh, Terra knows. Many of the household items and devices on board are simply not designed for your build and strength, my Lord Ulfar.
Truth there.
When spirits are high, the exuberance of my fist is enough to shatter fragile things.
Okay. Okay. We haven't leveled up yet. I think it was a reminder. Hey, level up. Okay, let's quickly level up. This is me, so ballistic skills, yes? Yes. Let us have better ballistics. '65, 73, she doesn't need any fellowship. Let's give her some toughness. It's 5. Some strength. Dude, surprisingly, and very. He doesn't have much of intelligence, but he doesn't need to be intelligent. Strength, why not? Let's just make him strength. Agility, not much in terms of agility. Toughness, weapon skill. Let's give him some strength. No, well, strength is just, melee damage, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for them. Wait, willpower. Doesn't have high willpower. Force weapons. We don't... Okay. Oh, oh, I didn't read it. I was like, oh, this should be good, right? No, no, it's not. Okay. Let's have a meeting with the Inquisitor. Oh, Ulfar, that's... No, you missed the door. You missed the door. It's fine. It's fine. He's fine. He just took a chunk out. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports, which are amassed on a desk like the ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes, which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin seems stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Calcazar says wearily, "Greetings, your ladyship. Your timing is impeccable." I could do with a cup of coffee. Can I have a cup of coffee? An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recaf in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one, slightly steaming. The warrior Fenris folds his arms on his ceramite plate-chested regalia and says in a dour voice, "Greetings, Inquisitor. You and I need to talk." Calcazar bows respectfully. "Glory to the Emperor's angels of Fenris. Your words will be heeded, my lord." Henrix nods silently at Calcazar, who responds by an ever so slightly bowing of his head. "May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor." The corners of Calcazar's mouth creep upwards. In a befittingly grave tone, he replies, "I would loath to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time." Calcazar notices Argenta inclines his head with a dignified air. "Sister?" The Battle Sister's eyes gleam as the Lord Inquisitor addresses her. "May your path be blessed. It is gratifying to see that the trials endured by this expanse have failed to extinguish the flame of your fortitude." What is the current situation in the Expanse? The Cult of the Final Dawn and Drakari raiders are vying with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I have mobilized all forces I can to repel the attacks, which is why we are still alive. Combined militia brigades are hunting for Xenos and garden convoys, and expenditory platoons under my command are crushing heretic rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for this crisis. However, we have not lost our footing yet. What has prompted the Drakari to act so brazenly? Oh, it's because I let the warp demons come in. Okay. Prisoner interrogations indicate that an incident occurred in the Dark City that the Xenos calls a disjunction, a dimensional calamity that forced them to step up their raids in real space. Their audacity speaks to their desperation, which in turn will translate into new trials for his servants. So me making the warp demons invade made it worse for the people in the Expanse. Well, that sucks. And why has the Cult of the Dawn been more active? The warp is raging. This baleful sign always portends change, and crisis beget desperation, the most fertile ground for heresy. I believe the archenemy servants thinks their time has come, or perhaps this day was marked in their profane scripture as the date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of their blasphemous doctrine. They are bent on destroying us all, and so they must be destroyed. You've mobilized all forces, but not House von Valancius. Are you not standing before me now? While your status remained unclear, I preferred not to requisition the resources of von Valancius' protectorate. Your people dealt with Urlon, the cruel agents, and with Xenosraids, and that was enough for me. But now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. I understand. I see no need to get bogged down in details. To apprise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. I escaped from the Camera, where I was held captive by Xenos. The Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, impressed. You escaped from the Dark City. A feat that few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on the exceptional performance, and I won't even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was not part of Xenia's devious machinations. What was the dispute between you and Caligus Windscale about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than to safeguard the interests of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind, but my source informs me that he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, and so I have decided to stay any sanctions. For a time. Why do you think he acted that way? His lordship has long displayed a susceptibility to corrupting ideas. His loss of interest in managing his protectorate and his appetite for violence drew my notice some time ago. And after a moment's hesitation, Calcazar adds, the only question that remains unanswered is how many agents of the archenemy have infiltrated his entourage. Calagos was under the influence of the ruinous power, but I put an end to it. How curious. When all this is over, I will certainly call you as a witness at Calagos' trial. Together we will decide how best to handle him, while ensuring the safety of the Expanse. He's dead. Pretty sure he is. But okay. Are you aware of the changes Insidia has brought on Footfall? Naturally, her ladyship has done me an invaluable service by taking on the task of instilling order on the station, though her style of leadership seems unnecessarily brutal to me. On the whole, her actions have not exceeded the bounds I set. Well, I put an end to her dictatorship. The Lord Inquisitor does not appear aggrieved at the news. As I understand, this was a private confrontation between two rogue traders, yes? As such, I hope your house will reach a conciliation with her ladyship's heir. You have not hindered my plans. Lady Insidious purged Footfall sufficiently, but I was not distracted by the need to pacify it. You wish to speak to the Lord Inquisitor, Ulfa? Indeed. You petitioned our aid in fighting Xenos. We spilt much alien blood. But the wind of battle carried me far, and I lost contact with my pack. Do you know where I can seek out my brothers, the Baleful Howl? I am afraid not. According to the information in my possession, they withdrew from the battle raging in the Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor's deferential tone now carries a dry edge. You lie. The Baleful Howl never run from battle. Ulfar's reply to the outrageous claim is surprisingly calm. Only the frosty chill of death born of his voice and carried across the room makes everyone's hair stand on end. What do you mean by withdrew? Contrary to my request to continue hunting the Xenos, they embarked on an expedition whose objective is unknown to me. There has been no word of them since. Sounds suspicious. This is not how we wolves conduct ourselves. I can tell you no more. As well as you well know, your pack preferred not to report their plans and intentions to me. Albeit no match to Ulfar's tongue of ice, the coldness in Calcazar's voice, too, could freeze the entire room. Why do you think they diverted their attention? I presumed it was to search for Brother Ulfar. It is common knowledge how deeply space wolves value the ties of brotherhood, far more deeply than the ties that bind them to other subjects of the Emperor. People disappearing in the vicinity of an Inquisitor is always cause for suspicion. If this is some scheme of yours... The Inquisitor dryly interrupts the All-Father's worry. Dare I remind you that your presence in the Expanse is not a favour to me, but the promised repayment of a debt. I was not so haughty when I returned your lost brother to Fenris. I did not demand recompense for my faithful servants who died saving him. I kept secret those details that could have damaged your honour. Why then does your gratitude taste so poisonous? The mention of Ulfar's lost brother makes him grind his teeth in anger before he falls solemnly silent. Is there any way you can find them? No, but I believe I know someone who is better informed, and I will name that person as soon as we finally start discussing the matter that prompted me to summon your ladyship. One of your acolytes, Emelina, accused you of cooperating with Xenos. I would remind you that the particularities of the Inquisition's work lie far beyond the rogue trader's purview. But, given the circumstances, yes, Acolyte Lichtenhart's words are true. It has been several years since I established contact with the Drakari. They informed me of upcoming raids, and I thwarted them. I kept the Expanse safe while the Xenos were absorbed in their internal squabbles, which are of little interest of me. Strictly speaking, one might regard my actions in this situation as unorthodox at the very least. In reality, however, they are undoubtedly beneficial. Acolyte Lichtenhart has demonstrated her inability to surmount the bonds of convention, and had she been in my position, the Expanse would have likely already fallen under the blows of the present crisis. Fortunately for you, she is not, and the Drakari, drained by their power struggles and bereft of their best raiders, can do nothing more than run from my fleets. Henrix, I have to say I am disappointed by how easily information pertaining to the Expanse's security reaches the ears of those who should not be privy to it. This will be noted in your record. Would you care to put my concerns to rest and tell me that Emelina is not out there running amok around my sector and continuing to sow unrest? I regret incurring your disapproval, my Lord Inquisitor. I will learn from this mistake. Emelina no longer possesses a threat. I have seen to it. Much obliged, Interrogator. In the future, try to refrain from involving third parties in our conclave's internal matters. Your Ladyship, I hope it goes without saying that I would appreciate you not spreading dangerous and misleading rumors going forward, and keeping the content of this conversation private. Given the current state of affairs, I would have to treat such actions as submersive, so I thank you in advance for your considerate silence. Very well, then, what help do you want from me? Frosher, if you please. The Inquisitor nods imperiously at the servant, who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 3 meters away fade to nothing. So we'll go with quietifying the room. Silence in the Inquisitor's chamber. To my chagrin, the ability to be in 2 places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Eurfrates II for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant, and the silence and field disperses. For sure, another recap. This one has gone cold. Pascal jerks his head up, clearly recognizing the name Calcazar just uttered. Abelard strifes a grunt of displeasure, his mutter pitched for your ears only. You will reconquer Eurfrates II for me. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense and politeness now. The orders no longer come from even the veneer of a request. Is he a valet or another Inquisition assassin? Why can't both be true? Foster has been a member of my retinue for 50 tearing years, and the person in my entourage who comes closest to being my confidant. Something akin to a warm smile touches the Inquisitor's lips. We've had cause to be involved in many incidents whose reports have since been marked with a seal of silence. Foster nods deferentially on his aged, jowled face appears an expression caught between eternal loyalty, motherly affection, and a religious devotion. Can you tell me more about Eurfrates II? A sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, off limits to lay people. I am one of few who do not worship the Omnicide to have set foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it is crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word-bearers attacked and captured Eurfrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Registering a Sanctity Alpha priority mission. The scourge of corrupted misbelievers reigning over blessed workshops fills the Messiah's faithful with anguish. Activating auto-skepticism protocol. I offer a prayer for the liberation of the sacred world. From beneath Pascal's crimson robe comes the sound of a mechanism whirling to life and dark bloodstains streak across the fabric. I send my troops to aid the explorator forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. What matter first brought you to Eurfrates II out of interest? An utterly transparent attempt to learn secret intelligence. I offered to make you my general, and you tried to pump me for information. Poorly done. The word-bearers went there themselves. Why didn't they... Try again. The word-bearers went there themselves. They didn't just send in their puppets. Clearly, the stakes for them are high enough. Early on, the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance in Eurfrates II. Kunrad Voita, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him I will generously leave to you. When you have finished with him, you may just simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. What a very generous gift. What do they want with Eurfrates II? The reasons behind their machinations would be pure speculations at this point. Bring me prisoners to interrogate, and perhaps we will gain some much-needed insight. And what forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that occurred between the commanders? Explorator Fleet Divine Cognizant 7821 recalled the most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorbolds is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus battle congregation, and the Omnissiah's servants find the Thorbolds' strident nature off-putting, and neither group is fond of the militant Siblek, who commands my forces. But not fond, to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when the noble allies failed to support his offensive. The Inquisitor bows to Ulfra curtly. I recommend that you, too, go to Eurfrates II, my lord. Perhaps your pack were less reticent with the esteemed Thorbold than with me, and told him where they decide to direct their efforts. It is a fine suggestion, which I accept gracefully, Inquisitor. The expression of respect on Ulfar's face does a poor job of hiding his antipathy. Did you manage to enlist the aid of the angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I am still Lord Inquisitor of the Coronis Expanse, not merely some, what do you always say, Frosha, some grox bothering prick. If certain rogue traders at time allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to doubt my authority. Well, then the situation is clear. You will be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Eurfrates II. And to what do I owe such an honour? To whom else would I entrust a mission? No need to feign ignorance, von Valancius. We both know the shortcomings of the other two candidates for this position. Yes, they're both dead. At present in the Expanse, there are two people with this perspective and steady hand required to control the situation, and they are both standing in this room. So if you will, dispense with the humble rogue trader act and win this war for me. I will smash the heretics. I never doubted you, your ladyship. The Emperor protects. Gonna do the Lord Inquisitor's bidding. Hey, did you give me a decaf? A recaf? I like my recap strong. Calgasel nods at the paper that his servant has deferentially delivered to the table. This document attests to the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal. I am counting on your success, Titania von Shire. So, am I now acting Inquisitor Rogue Trader? I kind of like that. I like that title. Acting Inquisitor Rogue Trader. Can we have Beg your pardon, there are many other things requiring my attention. What about you? I wish the best of success to your ladyship. I'm digging
Let
it.
us not dawdle.
However, I did get Calyx told off. Whoops. Ooh, whoops. So we saved Footfall from Chorder, and now we are acting Inquisitor Rogue Trader. Do you know what? You can come at me for this one. That is the title I am taking.
I always keep my options.
You can come at me for that one. I am now acting Inquisitor Rogue Trader. I like it. I really should go and find your woman. Apparently Jay's just kind of buggered off. I'll look for her. Maybe later.